Today I'm making beef jerky. It's so easy to make if you've never made it. I'm going to do it on the smoker right there, or you can do it in the oven. Beef jerky for me has to be really tasty. You need smoke in it, you need some spice, you need a little bit of sweetness, and you need a good chew, a good tug on it. And this recipe that I'm going to show you right now is very popular. And tell you a quick story. My fishing buddy from Barbados wanted to make jerky, so we made it on on my big smoker. We made 10 pounds of it, and we split it. He had 5 pounds and I had 5 pounds. He ate his 5 pounds on the way home and the next day. It's really good stuff. So what I have here is, this is my brisket flat. I did a video on how to smoke a perfect brisket, and what I did was I cut off a piece of the flat. This is a little over 2 pounds, and I took some of the fat off and I put it on with the brisket when I was cooking the brisket, and then I took the flat and I put it in the freezer for probably about 2 hours to firm it up, to get so you could slice it. And I sliced it about a 1/4 inch thick. You can do it with eye of round. Make sure you take all the fat off, or you can do brisket flat. And that's what I did. So this is prime brisket flat, and you want to cut with the grain, not against, but with the grain. So the ingredients for this and how to cook this is below, and we're going to smoke this on a Primo grill. You could do it on your big smoker, or I'll show you some options where you could put it on just like a regular grill, and we'll add some different smoke into it. You can put a smoke box in. You could actually do this in the oven. I've never made jerky in the oven before, but it could be done. I've got some onion powder. I'm going to put the dry ingredients in first. Garlic powder. Chipotle chili. Got some swerve brown sugar here. This stuff's really good. That's going to add a nice little sweetness to it too. Got some cayenne pepper, and I find that the hotter the jerky, it's always the first to go. When we make, if you make 10 pounds and you make 5 of it spicy, then 5 pounds of spicy is going to go faster. And some chili seeds right here, chili flakes. I'm going to just mix that with my fingers here. Actually, I'm going to put a glove on here. I've got some Worcestershire sauce. Looks like about a 1/4 cup. Some balsamic vinegar. That adds a nice sweetness to it too. I've got some tamari. Tamari's like a soy sauce. And a little bit of olive oil. And there's an optional liquid smoke. I'm going to be smoking it with some applewood and some Jack Daniels. Some Jack Daniels. They chip up barrels, Jack Daniels barrels. That's really good. But I'm going to put just like a dash, just a couple of drops of this liquid smoke, hickory. Let's mix that around. And now I've got my strips. You can see my really nice strips here. And I have the glove on just to mix it up like this, just to coat everything. Make sure that everything's totally coated. Yeah, that looks really good. That's nicely coated. So try not to make too much of a mess here. But in we go. And I'll just pour the rest of this marinade in. Burp the air out, like that. And whenever I think of it, it's going to go into the fridge. Whenever I think of it, I'm just going to flip it over, massage it, and that's going to go for 24 hours now. And then we'll come back and I'll show you how we're going to smoke it. See you tomorrow. Okay, I got about a 20-hour marinade onto this jerky. Looks really good. Should be very flavorful. I got up extra early and started up the Primo, and I put some apple smoke on and some Jack Daniels chips. and I used maple leaf charcoal. You have a couple of options. You can go into the oven if you like. I'm going to go on the Primo. This is also a smoker box. I got up extra early this morning. I started up the Primo, and it's sitting bang on at 150 degrees. I've got some apple smoke in there, and I've got some Jack Daniels chips, and I'm going to smoke in here today indirect. You could go onto a gas grill and turn it down really low to 150 and then add your own smoke in. This is a little smoker box. So you just put it off to the side. These are little pellets that go into that. That's a very nice smoke too. An easy way of doing it. But you want to get some smoke into the jerky. So this marinated for 20 hours. I've got a really good marinade in that. And I'm going to put it on a couple of racks. I have some special racks that go in here. And we also have racks like this that you can just rotate if you want. So I'm going to take the jerky out and space it nice and flat. Space them apart. Just like that. Oh yeah, that looks good. I like the little peppers. So I'll put my first rack on. I'll put this rack on, and I'll go into one more rack. It looks like I've got a little bit more. And I'll take one of these racks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to watch it closely. I'll come back and I'll watch my temperature all day long, and I'll rotate the racks and the pieces of jerky. That looks really good. Temperature's really good, 150 degrees. I've got some good smoke. And we don't want to cook it, we just want to dry it out. I'll see you in a bit. I let this jerky go for 8 hours exactly at 150 degrees. Went down to 140 for a little bit, but it's still going rock solid here. I had to rotate a few times, and I had to sample, of course. I'm gonna show you what this looks like. Oh yeah. Look at that. I'll just pull a bunch off. That's what I'm talking about right there. That is real jerky. Hopefully you try it. It's so easy to make. It's all low carb, sugar free. It's absolutely delicious. Want one? That's perfect. Thanks for watching.